So I'm just starting with this right here. Doesn't take a whole lot to just put something good out there. I'm just hanging in the car and just thinking about how there's been so much intensity and so much pressure and all this just stuff in the air. I saw a few friends on Facebook today saying that they are going to leave Facebook, and I think over the last few days there's a lot of things that there's a lot of people that would like to see folks just walk away from Facebook. They'd love to see people that have good intentions and good hearts and good messages and love in their heart to just all walk away. But I believe Facebook is testing us. Twitter, Instagram, all these social media platforms, they're testing our ability to say something good. They're testing our ability to be socially responsible. They're testing our ability to watch what we say. And they're testing our ability to realize that it's hard to talk to 500 different people at the same time and everybody weigh in with like one or two lines, and somehow you can't do that, because conversations are best held in small groups where we can talk and communicate and say something and we can actually understand each other, because you can't understand tone, you can't understand context with a text. And so when you put a message out there on Facebook, we're going to have to remember how to put love and kindness and pretty much make that the only message we put out there, because it's hard to have a debate on social media. And so because of that, I'm just here to say I love you. That's what I'm here to say. I had a buddy of mine, we sat down a couple days ago after I got out of the hospital. I had been suffering with some anxiety issues and got out of the hospital, and he picked me up and just hung out with me, and he said in the car, man, he says, I don't know what to do about this stuff. I said, man, it just starts with saying I love you. It starts with just saying, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your sex is, what your orientation is, what your race is. You just say, I love you. That's what it starts with. Jesus started right there. He just said, I love you. And that's what I'm saying today. Just saying that don't leave Facebook. Stand up and say, I love you. That's what I'm doing. I want to put out a challenge on Facebook, on social media. Instead of us throwing out opinions, instead of us throwing out who our political candidate is and all that other stuff, at the end of the day, when I see my brother or my sister on the road and they need help, they're in my neighborhood and they need to, borrow the lawnmower, or, need help moving a piece of furniture in, at the end of the day, all I want to say is I love you. That's all there is. I wasn't born a Democrat. I wasn't born a Republican. When you come out of your mother's womb, you're just a human being. We're all human beings. And Martin Luther King didn't fight for color. He fought for human rights. He wasn't proclaiming black power. He wasn't proclaiming white power. He wasn't proclaiming any power except human power and the power of love. So I just encourage my brothers and sisters of every community out there that I love you, and I challenge you to go on Facebook, go out on the street, go out into the public, tell people that you don't even know, just tell them, hey, I love you. It don't mean that, do it tastefully, of course, but it's the spirit of kindness and generosity and love and hope, because people want to know if their brothers and sisters are with them. I tell you what, I ain't listening to CNN, ABC, Fox News, and all of them. I'm listening to what's in my heart. We can tear down statues, maybe that's the right thing to do. I don't know. Let the public and the government officials and folks decide what statue stays up. But I do know one thing. love and hatred live in the heart. They don't live in statues. I believe that Martin Luther King knew that love and hatred reside in the heart. So he went around getting us to express the love that was in our hearts, starting with the very people that were being enslaved and abused. And they were going out on the street saying, I love you, and putting the message of love out there. And in doing so, the very people that should have been waiting for the people that had been showing them grief and pain and sorrow, we should have been waiting as black folks for those folks to speak up first. But the offended and the hurt went out first and spoke and said, I love you. And that turned the tide. Love turns the tide. Love breaks down the barrier. Love is a song of hope and faith. And a couple years ago, I wrote this song called I Believe in Love. And I've been through a lot in my life, been through a lot of adversity, been through a lot of pain. But I wanted folks to know that I love you and that I still believe in love. I still believe in my neighbors. I still believe that even if they have a different political opinion than me, I believe that they're still my neighbor and that we're still Americans. We're still all on God's blessed green earth creation to show love and kindness. So I'm holding up this sign because that's what I'm putting out there. I ain't afraid. I ain't going out, going to leave Facebook and cower down and because the most powerful thing that's out there is love and hope and faith. So I'm showing my faith and showing my hope. I believe in love. Oh, I believe in love. Yes, I've had some heartbreaks and my eyes have cried in vain. I tried to take the right road, but somehow I got lost again. But you were there to help me find my way. You stood beside me through my darkest days. And I believe, I believe in love. Oh, yay, I believe. Yes, I do. Oh, I believe in love. Yeah, yo. When I was swimming in nothing but depravity, you came and threw out a line and then you rescued me. When I was walking in the dark and I could not see, you were there and took my hand and then you guided me. When I felt so strong and so weak, you picked me up and put me back on my feet. And when the weight of the world was crashing in on me, you carried my burden, you set me free. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, I believe in love. Oh, yes. Oh, I believe. Oh, I believe in love. So, just leaving it up there. I love you. And I hope you love me too. And put the message of love and faith and hope and joy and grace and forgiveness. We got to forgive each other, man. And I love you. See you guys again soon.